Sunderland 1, Tottenham 0. Folks, it's getting into danger zone time. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I am your host, as always, Nick Burt. Off international break, off a FA Cup quarterfinal break because we can't get past the third round. Tottenham Hotspur walk into a match having not played in what feels like about a month, and what a relieving month that was, but in reality it was about a week or 3 weeks, I think, right around there. They still have not won a game since, November or December, something like that. It sure feels like November, but we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it now. Friday night, West Ham beat Wolves 4-0, dropping Tottenham into 18th place at the time. Tottenham obviously control their own destiny. They get a win this weekend. They're back up into, I believe it would have been 17th or 16th, something like that. Do they do that, though? No, of course they don't. Of course, this is the first match under new manager Roberto De Zerbi. That was another thing that happened during the international break. Igor Tudor departs by mutual consent. Say what you will. It is what it is. But Tottenham go into this game desperately needing kind of anything here. And it just never was there. You know, the first few minutes, yes, Tottenham looked like they had a few good opportunities, but then you come to the 7th minute, I believe it was, there was a corner kick. Tottenham's, favorite thing to try and defend, and it's a brilliant drive into the box. They were going for the Olympic goal there. Kinski punches it over the bar. Kinski, it's his first start today since that Atletico Madrid game. Sunderland have another chance, and I believe the 17th minute was Brian Balbury that goes in on the attack with a nice save from Kinski. But like I said, Tottenham had a few good first minutes and then felt like Sunderland controlled it from there. I believe it was Balbury again on that chance. 21st minute, I should say. Attack into the box. Kolo Muani goes down. Penalty is given. That is the first penalty given to Tottenham Hotspur this season in the Premier League. But the referee goes to VAR. Kolo Muani very much goes down on his own. VAR overrules the penalty. Tottenham Hotspur still have not been awarded a penalty in the Premier League this season. And honestly, that was kind of it for Tottenham. 27th minute, there was a cross into the box. It bounces around, finds Solanke at one point. He can't even get a shot off, even though if he would have got a shot off, it's probably a goal. He can't even do that. And then Romero, it was a bad game of refereeing decisions. I'm not putting the blame on the referees for the loss at all, but there were some questionable decisions. I think at one point it was Porro, Van de Ven, and Romero all had yellow cards within a span of like 10 minutes of each other. It is what it is at that point. And they go into the half. It's still 0-0. It's like, maybe they can do something here. Maybe they can. Maybe they won't. They probably won't. But maybe we can figure something out here. Well, it doesn't. This team desperately needed subs on at half attacking-wise. They don't come on. Ends up in the 61st minute. It is just a terrible deflection. It's shot from outside the box, takes a deflection like right on the box line, and Kinski's halfway going the other way, and it's just into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Sunderland. Tottenham had 30 minutes basically to fix whatever this is and try to get a point from this, but no more than what felt like a minute later, and it probably was about 2 to 3. You have the ball being played back to Kinski. It is Romero and Brian Bubbery going at it. Bubbery pushes Romero into Kinski. They collide. No foul given, of course. And Kinski stays down. Romero stays down. Romero just laid flat on his stomach. It literally looked like he was dead for a few minutes. And it's like, oh, good Lord, what are we doing? Romero ends up getting subbed off. Walking off, he was in tears. That's probably not the best of signs. I kind of, at this point, will be surprised if we see him again this season, which is awful given the situation we're in. Kinski has a gash to the head. They tape up his head. You can see the blood in his hair. He plays on, but Tottenham can't do anything. They get 11 minutes of stoppage time. And they couldn't do anything. They could not do anything with it whatsoever. Sunderland walk away with the 1-0 victory. Looking for any positives in Roberto De Zerbi's good first game. Few and far between. That is the best way to put it. I guess the fact there was a little bit of structure, I guess. I don't know. As of now, Tottenham are feeling like they need a miracle because I don't know what to say anymore. They do not control their own destiny at this point. And now it's in somebody else's hands, including our own. We have to win at some point or get points at some point to even stay alive. I'm not convinced that point is coming. We are very much panic situation. I'm not really sure where we go from here because we take a look here. 6 games left to save the season, save this club. You look at the table right there. I mean, the fact it's just the fact where it is right now. Tottenham Hotspur are 18th, and they currently sit in a relegation spot. If the season ended today, they're playing in the championship tomorrow. I don't know how I know how we've gotten here, but the fact that we are here, it's just hard to fathom, truly. I look at these fixtures right now, and to be completely honest, I see maybe 2 points on there. Maybe. And that's Wolves away, which that's a gamble in itself. That's a game we probably lose. And the Leeds home game, those are absolutely, we must get points from those games because not 100% sure if we're getting points off of Brighton. We're not getting points off of Villa at Aston Villa. We're not getting points at Stamford Bridge. We never do. And that's realistically when it could happen. And then the final day could be a absolute shit show, if we're being honest. If they're still fighting on the last day, that is going to be a absolute mess of a game. And I don't know if we can pull that off. And if you take a look at what lays around us, mostly speaking of West Ham and Nottingham Forest. They are just flat out playing better football right now. And I get it. Like, you can look at it and say, well, maybe not really. Well, West Ham have beaten Fulham, drawn with City, lost to Villa, and beat Wolves in their past 4 games. You look at Nottingham Forest. They have, it's kind of quite similar. They've drawn with City, they've drawn with Fulham, they beat Tottenham, and they drew today against Aston Villa. Both teams playing much better football than Tottenham right now. Wolves and Burnley aren't catching whoever finishes in 18th. They are as good as down at this moment. I think I am at the point where I truly think they may be going down. I don't see the wins on this schedule. I don't see the points on this schedule. And I'm deathly terrified of that. This club cannot afford to go down. It will be an absolute disaster if this club goes down. And yes, some people at the club deserve this. I'm looking at you, Lewis family. I'm looking at you, Vinay Venkatesham. I'm looking at you, Johan Lang. All of you, just utterly useless. This club cannot afford to go down. And there better be some massive changes in these final 6 games. And hopefully somehow De Zerbi pulls it out of these players. Because I don't see any effort from them out there. And that is absolutely terrifying to me. The fact this could be over even before the last game, if that Everton game were already down, that is going to be one of the ugliest atmospheres ever. And it terrifies me. It truly terrifies me. I can't believe we're in this situation. I can, but I truly didn't think it would get to this point. And here we are. We have roughly a month to save the season. 6 games, 6 weeks. I don't believe there's any weekday games in there. I believe it is literally, we have 6 weekends left. We have 6 weekends to save this. And if they don't, I don't know. I truly do not know. So we're back at it. Next Saturday. Tottenham at home against Brighton and Hove Albion. Every game from here on out is a must win. Must win. And I don't know if this team has it in them to win. So, yeah. We are going to wrap it up there from Top of the Perch today. Listen, it's 6 weeks, 6 games. I'm here until the run-in. I know episodes have gone here and there, in and out. We're here for the run-in. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever it will be, it will be. We will be here. Good days and bad. We had that game last year in Bilbao. Highest of highs, lowest of lows. We'll be there. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Top of the Perch. If you just stumbled across this, I don't know if you wanted actual intelligent conversation, maybe you got some. If you just wanted to laugh, Tottenham Hotspur going down, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. Tell anybody you know about it because like I said, we're here for the run-in. I'll take it all. Let's get after it. We will see you again next Saturday for another episode of Top of the Perch.